The 14A District Court for the County of Washtenaw, State of Michigan is now in session. All those having business before the court draw near. The Honorable Judge J. Cedric Simpson presiding.
And good morning, everyone. Court does call the case of Great Arbor Properties versus is it Akin Fenwa?
Akin Fenwa, Your Honor.
Akin Fenwa. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
For the record, Your
Okay.
Honor, Stuart Collis on behalf of Great Arbor Properties.
All right. This non-payment of rent case, what's your claim?
Your Honor, I've talked to Ms. Akin Fenwa. If we could adjourn this matter a week, that'd be great.
All right. Ma'am, is that what you'd like to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. That's the 23rd. We'll adjourn it to January 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person proceeding, folks. All right.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Collis. Take care.
Clark Road Family Dividend Housing versus Brianna Holcomb.
Good morning, P72714 on behalf of Clark Road family.
Thank you. And do you have Holcomb?
Hi, yes, good morning, Your Honor.
All right, there you are. Okay, it's because we're on Zoom, I have to have you talk so it lights my screen up. So, all right. All right, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is for a non-payment of rent. I don't believe we've received a payment since April. So that's our claim today.
All right, how much is plaintiff's claim?
So there's $2,349.55 and past owing rent $239.40 in costs and fees for a total of $2,588.95.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Holcomb, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Hi, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I've been sick and my car has been down, so that has been the reason for the delay in payment. I recently applied for cash assistance to help me with my monthly payment until I find another job, which the program will help me find a job. And then I also applied for Hawk last week to help me with the past due balance.
Okay, do you have an appointment with Hawk?
Yes, it's scheduled for January 26th at 11 a.m.
Okay, at 11 a.m. And the cash assistance that you're talking about, who's that through?
The Department of Human Services. It's a monthly subsidy.
Department of Family Services. Okay, so here's what I'm going to need you to do. You're entitled to a 1-week adjournment. I will adjourn this matter to January 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. What you'll need to do is in your packet, there's a rental assistance form. You should have a tracking number for the Department of Family Services, or at least an account number or some other reference number. You need to fill that out. That needs to be filed with the court to buy you additional time. It needs to be filed with the court by Wednesday.
Okay. So the DHS application is for cash assistance. I applied to Hawk to help with the past due balance.
Oh, I understand what you're telling me.
Okay.
But if you're applying for assistance to pay rent, you need to fill that out and put it on the form so that I can take a look at it. And you need to do that by next Wednesday.
Okay, by next Wednesday. Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay,
So I'll
so-
adjourn it out to the 23rd at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing.
Thank you.
And if I may, could you please provide that to plaintiff as well?
Yes,
Thank you.
no problem.
Maple Heights Apartments versus Roberta Nesmith.
Morning, Your Honor. Alex Olson on behalf of plaintiff.
Can you hear me?
Ms. Nesmith, there you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Got both parties. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim?
This is a non-payment of rent matter. I show rent to retain of $1,645, court costs of $170.09, for a total outstanding balance of $1,815.09.
All right. And Ms. Nessa, how are you intending on getting that paid?
My father is willing to help me. And just for the record, the lady that was here when I was moving in, matter of fact, it took me 6 months to move in here because she was saying she has no idea what she's doing. But she told me that we have till the 5th as a grace period. So sometimes I know I've had to use that. And I'm pretty sure that's why I'm behind in late fees, I think.
Okay, I'm not sure I understand that, but you say your father's gonna help you out?
Yes.
All right. So how much do you think in the next week you can get paid on this?
Probably all of it.
All of it?
Yes.
Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll indicate in my file that you're gonna pay the balance. You're gonna do that. You think you can do that by the 22nd?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So try to get that paid by the 22nd. I'll adjourn the hearing out to the 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. If all of that's paid, and just check with the landlord and make sure that everything's paid, then I don't need to see you on the 23rd.
Okay. What was the balance again?
I had
show
1509. Is that right?
correct, yes.
181509. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Am I done?
S&C Holdings versus Lorianne Pearson.
Ready, Your Honor.
And I think Miss Pearson is here.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tracy Thomas appearing on behalf of the plaintiff. This is a non-payment of rent case. Rent to retain possession is $2,408. Court costs of $157.80 for a total of $2,565.80.
2,500. I'm sorry, give me that again. Total.
$2,565.80, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. All right, Miss Pearson, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I applied at SEER and they denied me, but I have an appointment with Hawk. I did the intake and my appointment with Hawk is on the 29th at 9 a.m.
29th at 8 a.m. All right. You're at least under the 3,000 limit. I cannot adjourn it out to that date. You said the SER denied you?
Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to adjourn this to the 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. What I'm going to need you to do, ma'am, is I'm going to need you to either contact Mr. Thomas or contact your landlord, see if you can work something out regarding the payment of this, all right? In the interim.
Okay. And my Hawk appointment is on the 29th.
I heard you. Okay, but I have authority to give one adjournment to give an adjournment of a week.
Okay.
So what I'm going to suggest you do is talk it through with counsel or talk it through with your landlord and see if if there's additional time or the like, and see what you guys can work out. All right?
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you.
We'll see you at 23rd, 1 o'clock. That's an in-person hearing. Thank you.
That's in person at the court.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you, Miss. You do the same, sir. Six Trails versus Sean Ames.
Good morning, Judge Joseph, the plaintiff.
All right. You don't. Sean Ames, they are not here. You paid for the second service. If you'd like to take a default, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Judge.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Judge. At this time, based on defendant's failure to appear today, we do move the court for entry of a default judgment for possession only. We are showing rent to retain at $1,000.
10 minutes in, and this courtroom already shows a clear pattern. Case after case, tenants are standing alone, explaining delays, job losses, medical issues, and desperate attempts to get assistance. The judge listens carefully, but the system moves on deadlines, not emotions. Every adjournment comes with strict instructions, forms to file, and clocks ticking fast. What sounds like help is really a temporary pause before consequences hit. Do you think the court is being fair here, or just following procedure? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns.
$797. Court costs at $177, totaling $1974. We are requesting a judgment of possession of that amount with a writ date of January 26.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Six Trails versus Jordan Oren.
Again, Judge Joe Joseph for the plaintiff.
And I think he's here.
I'm here, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. All right. What's the plaintiff's claim in this case?
Judge, we are showing a balance through today's date of $3,113. Court costs are $177, and that totals $32.90.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting this paid?
Your Honor, I get paid next week, and I'm gonna need to ask for some help from a family member probably. I'm not sure I can get the whole balance paid next week, but I should be able to pay some of it.
Okay. How much do you think you can get paid next week?
At least 1,000 of it.
Okay. At least 1,000. Can you get that paid by the 22nd?
I should be able to, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll put that in the file. I'll adjourn this out to the 23rd, 2026, 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. I'm going to suggest in the interim you contact your landlord or contact plaintiff's counsel and see if you can work something out by way of a conditional dismissal to get this paid down, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good weekend.
All right, you do the same. Court calls the case of Harbor Cove versus Joan Davies.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Butchart, P66250 for the plaintiff.
And Davies is here. Oh, there she is. All right, Ms. Davies, you'll have to unmute.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. All right, very good.
Thank you.
All right.
And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Judge, we're showing a current past due rent of $3,143.80. We have court costs of $170 for a total of $3,313.80.
Ma'am, how are you intending on getting this paid?
Okay, Your Honor, I have contacted Hawk, so I'm working with them. I've also applied to DHHS for for help through them. And I'm also in contact with the Housing Bureau for seniors. So the summons I have shows total rent due $1,571.90, not $3,000.
Okay, and ma'am, that's going to be through December. We're in January now.
Yes, the total amount due is $1,571.90. I don't owe for 3 months.
Well, ma'am.
Sir, yes, Honor.
When you say $1,570.90, that's what's on the complaint, and that's what you're looking at. If you look down at the bottom of the complaint, you'll see a date of the signature that's what you owed as of December 20th.
Okay.
And now we're in January, so they're entitled to get their January rent.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so that's how you're getting there.
Okay.
All right. So, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you, if Housing Bureau for Seniors gives you a reference number, you'll need to include that on the form that's contained in your packet called the rental assistance form.
Okay.
Okay. You did get a track. If you applied for state emergency relief, you did get a tracking number.
Right.
And that you'll also need to put on that form, and you'll need to file that form with the court within or by next Wednesday.
Okay, where do I get the forms, Your Honor? I guess I'm not understanding.
In your packet, in the packet that was served on you.
Yes, sir.
There's a document that at the top should be called the rental assistance form.
Okay.
You see that?
Yes, I'm getting there. Hold 1 second. Fingers are not turning the pages. Request and order. Oh. Well, if it's in here, I'll find it, Your Honor. And I'll
Okay,
get that
it's in
filled in.
there.
Oh, I
Or
see
if
it.
necessary,
I have
ma'am,
it.
or if necessary, you can come down to the court and
Okay.
get a copy of the form. Fill that out. It needs to be filed with the court by next Wednesday.
Okay, I can
Okay?
do that.
How many people are in your unit?
Just myself, Your Honor.
All right. So just so you know, and just to give yourself some reference, if you get a state emergency relief, that will only, if they award you the maximum amount, that's only going to be about $410.
Okay.
Okay, so just
Right.
so
I'm sorry,
you're
go
not
ahead.
looking at that. All right, but you don't have an appointment yet with Hawk, correct?
Correct, but I have the name of my, the caseworker that's working with me. I also have another one with, the Bureau for, Assistance with.
For seniors.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
So I'm, when I spoke with the last agent with seniors, she said, well, usually they'll give you about 2 weeks to put the money together, and I think that's what she was saying, that it would take that long for them to
Okay.
get the assistance to me.
All right, we'll figure all that out, but Hawk will also kind of lead you in that direction. So
Correct.
ma'am, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna adjourn this out 1 week to the 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing down at the courthouse.
Okay.
Okay, and then we can see exactly where you are.
Oh,
All right.
that sounds great. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Harbor Cove versus Stephen Saxon.
Brian Butchart again on behalf of the plaintiff. Good morning.
Okay.
And I think Mr. Saxon is here.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. All right, how much is owing on this case?
Your Honor, in this case, we're showing a balance of $2,989.80. We have court costs of $170 for a total of $3,159.80.
All right. All right, Mr. Saxon, how are you intending on getting this paid?
Well, I just started my job last month, so I'm just trying to catch up here. I plan on making a payment of $14.95 on February 6th. And I plan on making the next one on my next paycheck, which is 2 weeks from that date. So I believe it's February 20th.
Okay, I see what you're doing. And so here's what I'm going to suggest. You're going to need to contact the attorney for the plaintiff, see if you guys can work out a conditional order of dismissal or something along those lines regarding that payment, because your payments that you have, I get why you're doing it, clicks you into the next month, and that's going to be a problem because you're going to accumulate rent at that point. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm also working with the Housing Bureau for Seniors too. So
okay. Thank you for letting me know that. So they may be able to help you catch up, and then you can start with February.
Yeah, that's
all right. If they give you a reference number, you'll need to fill out the rental assistance form, submit it to the court by next Wednesday. Okay.
What's that called again, Judge?
The rental assistance form. It's in your packet.
Okay.
Or you can come down to the court and get it, or there's a QR code if you know how to use it on your screen. That'll take you right to that form.
I appreciate
it. All right. So I'll adjourn this to the 23rd, 2026, 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. So we'll need to see you down at the courthouse if it's not paid. Understood?
Is that in January, sir?
January 23rd. Yes, sir. Next week.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Haverhill on Clark versus Khadija. Is it Kissy? Or Cece?
Brian Butchart again on behalf of the plaintiff. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And how do I pronounce your name now that I've mangled it?
Khadija, Cisse.
Cisse. Okay. Thank you. All right. And how much is owing on this account?
Judge, we're showing a balance of $3,049, court costs of $170, for a total of $3,219.
And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Okay, I would like to start by saying that I've been in touch with the property manager at the apartment complex. And since I lost my job, I've been struggling and I've talked to her about it in open communication. I did just pay January's rent, so I only owe 2 months. 2,999 is what I received on the court documents. It's not 3,000 because January's rent was already covered.
Okay, hold on. When did you pay that?
January's rent, I paid it on the 6th, of January. I went to the office, I dropped my money orders there.
Okay, all right, ma'am. Slow down. Counsel, you don't have that on your ledger, I take it.
Judge, my client has actually 3 credits on the ledger.
By the 20-minute mark, the tension deepens.
$3,219.
Nearly every defendant mentions the same lifelines.
Ma'am, how are you
DHS,
intending on getting that
emergency
paid?
relief.
Okay,
Yet
I
none
would
of it
like to
guarantees time.
start by saying
The
that
judge
I've been
makes
in
it clear.
touch with the property
Assistance
manager
only matters if it's
at the
documented and
apartment
filed correctly.
complex. And
Promises
since I
aren't
lost my
enough.
job, I've
Miss
been
a form,
struggling and I've
miss a
talked to her
deadline,
about it in
and the
open
court moves
communication.
forward anyway.
I did just
This
pay
isn't about
January's
sympathy.
rent, so I
It's
only
about
owe 2
proof.
months.
Should courts allow more flexibility
2,999 is what I
when
received
people
on
are
the court
actively seeking
documents.
help?
It's not
Let us
3,000
know in
because
the
January's
comments
rent
and
was
make sure to
already
like and
covered.
Okay,
subscribe
hold
for more
on.
courtroom
When did you
moments
pay
like
that?
this.
January's rent, I paid it on the 6th, of January. I went to the office, I dropped my money orders there.
Okay, all right, ma'am. Slow down. Counsel, you don't have that on your ledger, I take it.
Judge, my client has actually 3 credits on the ledger dated January 8th, 2 in the amount of $500 each for $1,000 and another of $487. So a total of $1,487.
Okay. So that's probably that rent that you paid. Okay, that's been
Correct.
taken into account, ma'am. So they're coming up with this number. So you may want to talk to the landlord and figure out where this number is coming from because they've already taken that off on your account.
Yeah,
Judge,
because
I
some
will say-
court document that I received, it doesn't even show a balance of 3,000. It shows 2,999.
Judge, I will
And
say,
ma'am, like I said to the other individual, if you look at the bottom, that was signed in December. So that's what you owed in December. Okay? And
Okay.
then what you're gonna have is you're gonna have the $299.99, and then you're gonna have court costs, which is gonna bring you up around that $3,200 figure.
Okay, I've been in touch with Hawk. I spoke to the caseworker. I already have an assigned caseworker. We've been emailing back and forth. Even yesterday, she's aware my court date was today. She's already had taken on my case already. She had me sign a release of information yesterday in order for her to be in touch with the landlord. So that's where we're at with that
Right.
process right now.
Okay, that's understood. And so that you know, your balance would have to be 3,000 or under for
Correct.
Hawk to assist you.
I'm aware.
So, okay, between now and next week, is there anything that you're gonna be able to pay, man?
Between now and next week, I mean, I'm still unemployed, so I'm just
Well,
waiting
then
on the worker
then
to
the
see
answer
what's
might
gonna
be
happen.
no. So there's nothing you can pay between now and next week.
No, I'm waiting on the worker
All
to
right.
see what's gonna happen.
So I'll adjourn this to January 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing at the courthouse. Keep in touch with your landlord, let them know what's going on with Hawk, and we'll see where we are next week.
Okay,
Right.
you said it's in person at 1 p.m.
It is in person at 1 p.m.
if the balance is not paid by that date.
If the balance is not paid in full. Yes, you need to be down at the courthouse.
Then if it is, I don't need to attend, right?
Pardon?
If the balance is covered, then I wouldn't need to attend court, right?
If everything is paid, I don't need to see you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Haverhill on Clark versus Sherelle Gamble.
Ryan Butchart again on behalf of the plaintiff. Good morning.
And you don't have them.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute my mic.
Where? Oh, there she is up there. Okay, I'll need a camera, ma'am.
I have a broken camera right now. I do apologize.
All right. All right, counsel. What's owing?
Judge, we're showing a balance of $9,911, court costs of $170 for a total of $10,081.
All right, ma'am, how do you intend on getting this paid?
I talked to I think the property manager's name is Latasha. I did speak to her. She informed me that I was able to do a 3-month payment plan with Haverhill. I had within 7 days to fill out a sheet and then give it back to her. That was around like Christmas, New Year. So I did give it back. She told me I had to wait for court today to see what was going on with that. But I did give them a payment plan that I was able to afford and work with. That's what she informed me of. So I said that I can do $3,000 a month. I felt like that was I thought that was good enough, $3,000 a month, and then $300 every Friday. So that would come out to like over $12,000. But again, I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
I don't know if
So
my
here's
payment plan was okay.
All right, counsel, are you aware of that or no?
Judge, I do see a payment plan request signed by Ms. Gamble. So I do see that she's made the offer of certain payments. I guess I would have to check with my client to see if my client is okay with that, and then we can formalize that into an agreement.
All right, very good. So what I'm going to do, Ms. Gamble, is I'm going to adjourn your case out to January 23rd, 2026, 1 p.m. If there's going to be a payment plan, that can be done by way of a conditional dismissal, and the paperwork would need to be filled out and everything would need to be memorialized for entry with the court.
Would I need to fill out anything else on my part between the court or the attorney?
Your Honor,
I don't need anything else from you. But the payment agreement, if the landlord accepts the request for a payment plan, then you'll need to, that somehow has to be memorialized in writing.
Okay.
So Ms. Gamble, I'll try and communicate with you. I'm sure the property manager has a good phone number for you, so I'll do my best to communicate with you probably either later today or sometime on Monday, okay?
I did. Yes, I did try to contact you. The number was a totally complete different number on the voicemail. So I do apologize. I did not want to leave a voicemail to a random number.
No problem. We'll reach out. We'll get it done.
Okay. Thank you very much. You guys have a good day.
You do the same.
Thanks.
Court does call the case of Haverhill on Clark versus Talib Mahan.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
So, the case is for my dad and my mom. My mom doesn't speak a lot of English, so I'm translating for her.
Okay, and who are you?
I'm their daughter.
Does a daughter have a name?
Yeah, I go by Gosik.
Say it again?
By Gosik. You can just call me G. That's my first initial.
Just call you G?
Yeah.
That's my son's first initial. I don't know. I'm going to have a problem calling you G. That's what I call him. But we'll
okay.
work on that. All right. So, all right. Counsel, what is the claim in this case?
Judge, according to my client's records, there is currently $1,850.32 in rent, $170 in court costs for a total of $2,020.32.
And ma'am, and we've marked our file. Your mother would need an Arabic interpreter. Is that correct?
Yeah, but I have class at 10, so I was just asking, I think somebody that's in the court if I could just be next so I can finish it for them and go to my class.
Okay, we'll get you out of here.
Thank you.
What class is it?
It's psychology.
You don't need that. No, I'm kidding. All right.
I'm trying to be a lawyer. That's why I need it.
What?
I am.
We got enough of those. Why do you want to do that? Okay, never mind.
I want to work with you.
All right. All right. So, how are your parents intending on getting this paid?
So we did speak with the office, like the leasing office, and they did agree on a payment plan for us because we mentioned to them that my dad was in the hospital. He had a stroke and he was there for 2 months.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, for the last 2 months. So that's why it kind of like passed by and we didn't really think about it that much. But we did speak with the leasing office.
Okay. Here's what I'll do. Counsel, do you see a note for a request for a payment plan?
Judge, on this one, I do not have that note. Certainly not disputing what she's telling Your Honor, but I just don't have any information
Okay.
on it.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn your case out to the 23rd at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, okay? And we can see where we're at with the payment plan. Just make sure with the landlord that the request has been sent in and maybe something can be set up at that point, okay?
Okay, so we should just let the office know to send you guys a letter stating that there is a payment.
Yes,
I think the way I understand the procedure is you have to make the request for it and then the office makes a determination about the payment plan. And then that, once if they say yes, then I think council's gonna be working hard to try to get that memorialized, and then it's gotta be entered into the court.
Okay, and then, but we still do have a hearing, you said when?
Yes, it'd be next Friday at 1 o'clock. That's an
Okay.
in-person hearing.
Okay, is it gonna be at the Washtenaw?
Yes, at my courthouse down on by the sheriff's department.
Okay, perfect.
Okay?
All right,
All
thank you
right.
so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. And are you gonna come with your parents? So
I
everybody
probably
can see?
will.
All right, so everybody can see this future lawyer?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
We'll see you
too.
guys in a week.
Have a good one.
30
At
minutes
1
in,
o'clock.
and momentum is
That's an
unmistakable.
in-person hearing.
The judge repeatedly pushes defendants
Okay,
to
is it gonna be
communicate
at
with
the
landlords,
Washtenaw?
formalize payment plans, and stop
Yes,
relying
at
on
my
verbal
courthouse
agreements.
down on by the
One
sheriff's
theme
department.
dominates the room.
Okay, perfect.
Responsibility doesn't pause
Okay.
just because life falls apart.
All right,
All
thank you
right.
so
Even when
much.
effort
I
is real,
appreciate you.
the court needs structure,
You're welcome. And
numbers,
are you gonna
dates,
come
and
with
commitments.
your parents?
Without
So
that,
I
everybody
probably
can
will.
see?
stays on the table.
All right, so
If you are
everybody can see
facing
this
this pressure,
future lawyer?
could you realistically keep
Thank
it?
you.
Share
All
your
right.
perspective
Thank
below,
you
and
so
don't forget
much.
to like
We'll
and
see you
subscribe
guys in a
for
week.
deeper
Have a
courtroom
good one.
insight.
You too. Haverhill on Clark versus Cameron Griggs.
Ryan Butchardy on behalf of the plaintiff. Good morning.
We have them. Cameron Griggs, we do not have them. I don't see second service paid for. Well, it
Hello?
says second.
Hello, Cameron.
Hello, what's your name?
Yes, Cameron Griggs.
Okay, so you're here. Okay, I will need a camera, sir, if it's available to you. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Judge, in this case, we are showing a balance of $11,871, court costs of $170, for a total of $12,041.
All right. Mr. Griggs, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I had spoken with the property manager, Miss Latasha. I had turned in a payment plan to her. I don't know if she ever agreed to it or not. She never responded back. I emailed her about it, but she never responded back.
Okay, hold on a moment. Counsel, do you see that or?
Judge, I do see one on Mr. Griggs' file. I will communicate with management to see if they're okay with that.
Okay.
And then I can reach out. Mr. Griggs, I assume the manager has a good working phone number for you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So we'll
All
reach
right,
out.
fantastic. So Mr. Griggs, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn your case out to the 23rd, next Friday, 2026. That's at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. So you'll need to come down to the courthouse. If they work through the payment plan and everything, then they'll have presumably paperwork that will be entered with the court regarding that, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, appreciate it.
Your Honor, if I may, real briefly,
Yes.
I do see a young lady that's on today. She was a defendant in one of the cases that we filed, but we have dismissed it. Is it okay if I just announce her and let her know she's?
Yeah, what's her?
I see, I'm going to mispronounce it, but Arely DeLeon?
Oh.
Yes, that's
there she
me.
Judge, we were informed that she's vacated, so I think we've submitted a dismissal on that case.
Yes. Ms. De Leon, There's a dismissal in your case, so that case has been dismissed or will be.
Okay, thank you so much for letting me know.
All right, you take care.
Thank you, Judge.
Bye.
Thank you. Haverhill on Clark versus Kayla Ritchie.
Brian Butchart again on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And good morning. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Judge, in this case, we are showing a balance of $4,794, court cost of $170 for a total of $4,964.
All right. And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So I did lose my main source of income in December, and I have not been able to communicate with the property manager as of lately, but I did submit a payment arrangement. I have most of that payment for today. It was due today. I made the first payment in December, and I do start a new job on the 2nd of February. I did contact, sorry, I have my notes right here.
No, it's okay. Let me just try to understand what you're telling me. You've been in contact with the landlord. You submitted a repayment request.
I did. I've submitted a payment arrangement in the office on December 23rd of 2025 for monthly payments of $1,365 until April.
All right. So let me just ask you this. You said that you have most of something. What do you have most of?
Most of the monthly payment for today.
Okay. So how much can you pay between now and next week? Why don't we start there?
Right now, I have a total of $1,062.
$1,062?
Yes.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Get that paid over to the landlord.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll adjourn your hearing out to the 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. Okay. And counsel, you see a request for the payment?
I actually do not see one in this file, Judge, but I'll certainly
okay.
follow my client and speak to them about
All right.
that.
So they're going to talk to the client. They're going to try then be in contact with you. See if you guys can reach an agreement. We can get it memorialized in court and then it entered and then everything will be all set. Okay, ma'am?
Okay, that's fine. But I did, I gave it to Latasha directly and she signed it right then.
Okay. Oh, I don't think anybody's disputing that you may have done it. It's just not with the file that counsel has.
Okay. That's
okay. Fine. So that part will all work out. We'll just try to get everything all set here and try to get the payment plan, but make sure to get that payment into the landlord. Okay. And then we'll see you next week at 1.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Haverhill on Clark versus Myra South.
Brian Butchart again on behalf of the plaintiff. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay, Miss South. All right. How much is owing on this?
Judge, my client's records indicate a balance of $7,554.78. We have court costs of $170 for a total of $7,724.78. Judge, in anticipation of a potential question here, I do not have a proposed payment arrangement in my file.
Okay, yeah, all right. Very good. Yeah, I'm seeing a pattern here. Right. All right, Miss South.
I wasn't even going to say it
either. How are you intending on getting this paid?
All right, so, oh my goodness. I just recently made a payment. I want to say the beginning of this week in the amount of $700. So back in November, I lost my job. I lost my vehicle, so I wasn't able to make my payments as I should. But I was able to start work December 8th. So, long story short, I plan on paying with my employment. So, I get paid every 2 weeks. I plan on making at least a payment of $700 or $800 per 2 weeks. Also, I've been in contact with Hawk, and being that my balance is higher than the $3,000, I am looking to pay as much as I can out of pocket before they can help. I also have been in communication with the Jewish Family Services and with Friends Indeed. And I also have been in contact with SOS. Her name is Angela Johnson. So I've been in contact with all of those people. However, I still have to pay off that balance in order to receive the help.
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
And
So
one last thing,
go ahead.
one last thing. I plan on filing my income tax sooner than later, so I can at least try and get an advancement to help with this balance. So yes, this is very stressful. I hate that I'm even here, but that is how I intend on paying this balance down and keeping it. I don't want to have to deal with this anymore. So
you know what, Miss South? I hate it that you don't even have a plan.
I
No,
do.
I'm kidding.
Yes, I do. Oh my
I'm kidding,
gosh.
Miss South. All right. So have you been in touch with your landlord regarding a repayment?
Actually, so what I have been, I talked to Latasha and Ajane, and they told me to come down and I can make payment arrangements. However, I work midnights, so like right now I would be so asleep, and I typically don't get up until like late when it's time to make dinner. So long story short, again, I have been in communication, but I have not signed the paperwork, even though they told me to do that because they will work with me because they know that I am a hard worker and have been working. So, yes.
Miss South, I don't have a doubt about any of that hardworking or any of that part,
Yeah.
but with you. I don't know you, but it just seems I'm just listening to you. So get that paperwork signed so then
Yes,
that
sir.
they can talk to their attorney to try to see if they can get that formalized and get that entered with the court. Okay?
Understood. Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to adjourn this to January 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, ma'am. So
As the session
So,
closes, the reality sets in.
yes.
Miss South,
Nearly
I
every case
don't
ends
have a
the same
doubt
way.
about any of that
Short
hardworking or
adjournments,
any of that part, but
in-person
with
hearings
you.
scheduled,
I don't know
and
you, but
clear
it just
warnings about
seems
what
I'm
happens
just
next.
listening to you. So
No
get that
speeches,
paperwork
no
signed
guarantees,
so then
Yes,
that
sir.
they can talk
just
to their
one final
attorney
chance
to try
before
to
judgments
see
become
if they
permanent.
can get that
The
formalized and
courtroom
get that
doesn't
entered
solve
with the
personal
court.
crises.
Okay?
It
Understood.
measures
Yes, sir.
compliance.
All
And
right.
once
So
that
I'm going to
clock
adjourn
runs
this to
out,
January
the system
23rd,
doesn't look back.
2026 at 1 p.m.
Was
That's an
justice
in-person
served
hearing, ma'am.
today?
So you'll
Okay,
need
Or
to
I'll be
be,
there.
survival simply
you'll,
postponed?
are you going to be really
Tell
sleepy
us what
though?
you think.
You
And
know
like,
what? I won't even go to sleep.
subscribe, and
So
stay tuned
that's
for more
fine.
real
I'm
court
there.
action.
Okay. You'll
Okay,
need
I'll
to
be
be,
there.
are you going to be really sleepy though?
You know what? I won't even go to sleep. So that's fine. I'm there.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe that works for you. I don't know. That doesn't work for me. But
It's
all
gonna be
right.
rough,
We'll see you
but I'll
then.
be there. All right. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
Miss
You guys
South.
have an amazing day.
Thank you.
You do the same.
Thank you. Bye.
Haverhill on Clark versus Emmanuel Ware the third.
Good morning once again, Your Honor. Brian Butch, RP 662504 for the plaintiff.
All right. And Emmanuel's here. All right. How much is owing on this?
Judge, we're showing a balance of $10,860.60. We have court costs of $170 for a total of $11,030.60. I do not have a proposed payment arrangement in my file.
All right. All right, Mr. Ware, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I wanted to ask if I could get 30 days to get all the money together, because I start work at U of M making $18 an hour. I start on the 19th, and my mom's going to help me come up with the money. And if I can't get an agency to like help out, then my mom's going to get a loan for like the remaining balance.
All right. So let me just ask you this. Have you, your balance is rather high, but there are certain agencies that can help you out or may be able to help you out with at least part of it. But have you been in touch with any of those?
I came in contact with some of them, but they weren't really going for it. So still.
All right. So, but what you're telling me is you think you can have it paid in 30 days?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you talked to your landlord at all about a payment agreement?
We tried to do the payment plan, but they didn't trust it or something. So.
They what? They didn't trust it?
Yeah. So they just told me.
Okay.
Contact the
agency.
So.
All right. So here's what I'm going to suggest you do. You either contact counsel or you contact your landlord. If you say you're going to get it paid in 30 days, likely they're going to want a good faith down payment on that because in 30 days, February is going to click in and the balance is just going to go higher. Okay.
Yep.
So see what you can do in terms of working with them. I'll adjourn this out to the 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. So you'll need to come down to the courthouse and then we'll see what we can work out on this. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Can you say the date
All
one more
right.
time?
Yes, the 23rd. Next Friday.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I believe you're done with me. You and your staff have a wonderful day and weekend.
All right. Thank you. You do the same, sir.
Thanks.
And I better call these. Haverhill on Clark versus De Leon. Haverhill on Clark versus Khalik. Muhammad Khalik and Celine Townhomes versus Quincy Jones. These matters are dismissed on plaintiff's motion without. Ryan Martin versus Tamika Sims.
Your Honor, good morning. This is Martin Ryan, the plaintiff. I appreciate you hearing my case this morning. This is a case for non-payment of rent. The rent to retain is $9,179. Court costs of $110 for a total balance of $9,289.
All right. And Ms. Sims?
Hi, Mr. Simpson.
How are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, actually, Mr. Simpson, me and my family are trying to relocate. And I had asked Mr. Ryan for an eviction notice to receive assistance months ago, and he never gave it to me. So therefore, that has made it get higher. I was in garnishment, unable to pay the full amount of rent. If I didn't work my full amount of hours, garnishment was still going to happen. I had health care through my job, which was $200 or something every 2 weeks as well. I informed Mr. Martin that I would not be able to get my balance down unless I received an eviction notice to get help from the agencies. I was just informed that an eviction notice to him would be costly, but it was real costly for me to figure out how
All
I'm
right,
going to come up with the rent, things like that.
let me
So we
ask
just
you.
want to move.
All right. So when are you planning on moving?
So right now I'm in the process of getting everything together. I would say by the 31st.
Okay, you're going to try to be out the 31st. Okay, just so you know, Mr. Ryan has claimed a money judgment on this. So we'll have to deal with that. But if you're out by the 31st or there's an agreement to be out by the 31st, maybe that can work. So what I'm going to do in this case, that'll work at least in terms of possession. I'm going to adjourn this out to the 23rd. 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. You'll need to come down to the courthouse.
I have a job training. That's a flight has already been paid for that day because I was hearing that being said and I was in fear of that.
Then what you can do, ma'am, is you can submit a form to appear via Zoom.
Okay.
But you or somebody needs to be down here on this.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. Your Honor, a question as well.
Thank you.
You mentioned the date was the 23rd at 1 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. 23rd, 1
All
p.m.
right. Would I be able to send counsel in my place on that date?
Pardon?
Would I be allowed to send counsel in my place on that date, or do you need me in person?
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Group 5 Management versus Antonio Braun and Group 5 versus Turbington. Those matters are dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. I don't know who Zoom user is. They haven't responded. Okay, maybe they're on the 10 o'clock. All right, that's it for my 8:30 call. And I'm going to stand in recess. We'll come back shortly and deal with our 10 o'clock call. Court's in recess.